singing a new song now, man. I'm really grateful for that. I left the mainstream music world and I came back. I moved back from LA and I took a job at a church in Modesto. I'm assuming anybody who's cheering's never been there. I'm kidding. I love Modesto. So I took a job at this church in Modesto. And everybody thought I was out of my mind, leaving my career, being one of the new up-and-coming young guitar guys. But I had to follow God's call on my life that was most important. So I take this job at church, and it was kind of interesting. I had long hair and an earring, which is, hey, listen, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just the church that I took a job at, we had to wear a suit and a tie. And there's nothing wrong with that either, I suppose. It's just that when you combine the two of those things, let's just say every day I went into work, it looked like a bad 80s rock video. And so he said, there's nothing wrong with that. So I take this job and then they said, hey, do you want to be on the worship team? And I said, sure, that sounds great. What is that? I had no church background whatsoever. I came out of a very dysfunctional home, alcoholism, drug abuse, domestic violence, all that kind of stuff. So I didn't know what was going on, but they said, that's the band that plays on the weekend. And I said, yeah, sure, I'd love to. So I bring my guitar in, and my guitar parts when I first started at church kind of sounded like this. Don't cheer for that. And if I was getting real crazy, it might be something like this. So that was my first couple of weeks on the worship team. And then I felt like between the second and the third week that I was on the worship team, God said, He kind of spoke to me and said, hey, why are you holding back during the worship time? And I thought, you know, touche, that's good. That's good, Lord. And how many here have ever had great intentions and you still just did the wrong thing anyway? Classic example. So I said, well, here's why I'm holding back. I don't want to offend anybody. See, we had a lot of older folks in our church, which again, there's nothing wrong with that. I love the older folks. It's just that back then, face-melting electric guitar was not as widely accepted in church. So I felt like God spoke to me and said, you play what I put in your heart to play. And I thought, all right, fair enough. So I get back to church, third week. My pastor has no idea this little exchange is taking place. And the band gets up and we lead a couple of songs and my pastor comes out and he said, hey, we've got Lincoln on the worship team for the third week. Why don't you just play something for the church this morning? I don't remember exactly what I played, but it was something along these lines. That was just for dramatic effect. So I look over to my left and my pastor is down on one knee. He's like half laughing, half crying. But I figured, honestly, man, I may as well go out with a bang, this being my last week. So I go sit down in the pew next to my wife and she has this look on her face. It was like something like, and I looked at her like, what? So I've been sitting down maybe 10 seconds and I get this tap on my shoulder and I turn around and it's this lady who's probably like mid-70s, which again, nothing wrong with that. And I said, hi, good morning. She said, I want to tell you something, young man. I remember just going, thanks a lot. And I said, hi, what might that be? And she said, young man, I just want to tell you that I sure am enjoying that guitar playing of yours.